108 Praise Radio. It is Breakthrough Thursdays here with Professor Kiva Green. It's Thursday, everybody. We made it over the hump. We made it another week. And welcome back. I know you've missed me. I've missed you all week. We've been out. But as you know, when you run on a 24-hour schedule and 365 days a year, which this studio does, sometimes you have to take a break and do some maintenance. So we took a break. And we're back. Glad to have you back. Glad to be back in the studio this morning. Again, it is Thursday, October 5th, 2017. It is 6:03 a.m. Eastern Time in Atlanta, Georgia. I have Dr. Kennebrew on the line with me. Good morning.
Greetings and great morning to you, Professor.
And I'm laughing because it is 3 a.m. where she is, everyone. So it is no excuse for you guys to wake up with a smile on your face. If she can wake up with all this energy in the morning and excitement and at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's a tall order at 3 a.m. It's a tall order. Give them to the 6. Give them to the 6.
I just thank you for your commitment and your, and your follow through and just being diligent to us because you don't have to. You don't owe us anything. We appreciate you on Thursday mornings, waking up with us, giving us a word, giving us some empowerment to go forth and get our day started. So I'm excited, and I'm glad to have you here this morning. Yay. So,
well, thank you.
So let's see if this word is going to be, line up with what I've been hearing all morning, as it always does. I think that we just be in sync over here because God is doing a new thing. And so, so we can get started when you're ready.
All righty. Great morning to everyone. Happy Thursday. This is Dr. Kennebrew, and this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I know my voice sounds a little crazy this morning because I have a little cold, but I'm still excited to be on with you guys this morning. You already know how to reach out to me. Just follow me on Twitter at Audra Sunshine, AUDRA Sunshine, or follow me on Instagram at Audra Sunshine1, or just go to my website for everything else, www.spiritedconcepts.net. We're going to jump right into it this morning. Our subject, if you have to have one, is Keep Proving Jesus from Acts chapter 9, verse 20, 21, and 22. Have you ever interacted with someone whose conversation with you reflected that they were stuck in the past and had limited their perception of you to the old you, how you used to be, what you used to do? I have. Now, I admit that it is quite frustrating to be in conversations with people who think that they know you when who you are has changed so much from who they used to know. How do you tend to handle those conversations short of going off on folks and reminding them of your old things, and thereby confirming the inaccurate idea of who you really are? I think we all handle our past in different ways, and when our past confronts our present reality, we are forced to make a choice that confirms the transformation that is taking place in our lives, or we cowardly revert back to the version of ourselves that we have worked so hard to change. Excuse me. And then there are others who will do their best to ignore these types of interactions altogether. Because while some may see it as an opportunity to show people a new and improved version of yourself, others will avoid it for all kinds of reasons, not the least of which is what you have tried to share your new self but have over and over been rejected, dismissed, criticized, and confined to the box of who you once were. This is what we see in Acts 9. The chapter opens with Saul was still breathing out murderous threats against the Lord's disciples. But somewhere in the middle of this chapter, he became one of the Lord's disciples, who at once he began to preach in the synagogue that Jesus is the Son of God. This was a radical shift in the life of Saul. And the truth is that when you make such shifts in your own life, everyone around you has to deal with it because they have to deal with this new you. Saul was different. He was not persecuting those who followed the way, but he was now preaching that Jesus is the way. And people were confused about his sincerity, his motivations, his ministry. And they were not shy about raising questions or having suspicions about this quote unquote new Saul. All those who heard him were astonished and asked, isn't he the man who raised havoc in Jerusalem among those who called on this name? And hasn't he come here to take them as prisoners to the chief priests? They could not believe that this was the same Saul. He sounded different. He probably looked different. He treated them differently. How in the world could this be the same man who just a few days ago was on the complete opposite end of the Jesus spectrum? The text goes on to say that there was a conspiracy among the Jews to kill him, and that the disciples of Jerusalem were afraid of him, not believing that he was a real disciple. And in spite of their conspiracies, in spite of their plots, their plans, their fears, and their doubts, and I love this part, it says Saul grew more and more and baffled the Jews living in Damascus by proving that Jesus is the Messiah. My friends, when you are faced with the demons of your past, to the point where people question whether or not you have really changed, I want you just to follow Saul's example and keep proving Jesus. In other words, because of the power of God that is inside of you, you can prove that Jesus has changed your life. Keep proving Jesus in your conversations. Keep proving Jesus through your prayers. Keep proving Jesus by the compassion you show, through the patience you possess, taking advantage of open doors to witness about the changes Jesus has made in your life. Keep proving Jesus in spite of the threats, the insults, the doubt, the critiques that only come to discourage you and shake your faith in the one who has made this transformation possible in your life. Keep proving Jesus, and you will grow into a wiser, stronger, powerful vessel that can be used by God. So, the next time anyone interacts with you in a way that reveals that they think that you have not changed, think of it as a great time to keep proving Jesus and offer them the proof in your life that Jesus is the way. God loves you, and I do too.
Awesome word. Well, that wasn't what I heard this morning, but it is what I heard yesterday. So
Oh,
it
wow.
still lines
Wow.
up. It still lines up because, as we know, like you said some good things there. Acts 9, 20, 22, everyone, 20 through 22. So to make
Yes,
the shift in your own life, and everyone, or when you make a shift in your life, everyone has to deal with the new you. And
that's right.
people not ready for the new you. They're gonna do
Mm-mm.
everything they can to try to take you back to that old person, to that old
Exactly.
way, or that's where they remember you. So they can't get
Right.
past that. They can't get
Right.
past that old you, and so they
Right.
like
And a lot of sometimes that's because they haven't changed.
that's
See,
most
they
of the
haven't
time.
moved forward.
Yeah,
They haven't, done anything new, had new experiences, or met new people, and they want to keep you in this box
yeah,
because they haven't changed, or they're scared to change. But
absolutely.
when you take that courageous step to just be all that God has called you to be, it forces people around you to shift.
Yes. I say this because I use this in substance abuse treatment, right? When you're dealing with clients in any type of change. And so it's a dance that we do. You know, it's a dance. Everybody has a position. And when you decide that you're going to change up and do something different, then everybody's position changes. And people don't like to feel
Exactly.
uncomfortable. So they want to put you back
Yes,
in your
nice,
place. You out of step. You out of line. So we
nice.
need to get back in position so we can flow the way we've been flowing. So that's what
Right.
happens. That's why I believe in systems, family systems, because I cannot change one person without changing the entire family. Because it's
Wow.
no way to shift one person because everybody is used to doing the dance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if
Yes.
if one person do the two step and go left and everybody else going right, we all gonna bump into each other. And so
That's right.
that's what we
That's
don't
right.
like. So we're going to point the finger at you, right? Because you went wrong
Yes.
to us. So we say, it's your fault. It's your fault. If you would just get back in line and do what you're supposed to do, then we
Right.
can keep doing what we're doing now and everything runs smoothly, but it doesn't. And so that's why it's
Right.
important for
Right.
everybody to do their work. Everybody has to do their own part so that everybody can shift at the same time. It's not going to happen all, simultaneously, but it
Right.
will happen if you do your work. The same
And you know
thing
what?
with Jesus.
And I think, yeah, and I think that's the key. Like when you look at it from a spiritual perspective, like everybody, like you said, some people gonna shift at the same time. Some people not gonna shift at the same time. Most of the time, they not gonna shift at the same time. But like if you keep your eye on Jesus, like if everybody can just shift to looking towards the Lord, because sometimes if Jesus at the center of the room and you in the corner, and you out of order, you out of place, you not in line, you don't even know where the light is leading you, you
Okay.
know. And so when everybody else has shifted because we know Jesus in the center of the room and you want to dance and do your own thing, well, yeah, you're going to feel out of place. Yeah, you're going to feel
Okay.
left behind. Yeah, you're going to, because the Lord has already moved us. Like the Lord has moved this relationship, or the Lord has shifted this conversation, or the Lord has shifted our vision or our mission. And a lot of times, because people don't pay attention to the moves of God in their lives, they get left behind and they'll wonder and get frustrated
That's
because
it.
they're in the season.
Yes.
They're still trying to live out the orders
That's
of a
it.
season of old
Yes.
when the Lord has shifted in a new season, and they're left and they feel left behind because they haven't moved when God has moved.
Yes. I tell people frustration is from trying to live in both worlds.
Yes,
Frustration comes
yes,
from trying to live in both worlds. You can't please God and the world. So which one are you
right.
gonna do? So that's when frustration arises. Frustration arises, like you said, when we feel uncomfortable and we know we're supposed to be moving with it and we don't want
My
to.
mind.
So we trying to please somebody over here and we trying to please God too. But we can't straddle the fence.
My
You
mind.
can't straddle
Yeah.
that fence, so you have to make a decision, and that's where frustration comes from.
Yes.
That's where
Yes.
frustration comes from. So when you worried and you frustrated about anything about bills, about your marriage or your whatever the situation is, your children, your job. Guess what? God is shifting you. He's moving you. You need to get in. Or you need to start moving too. Start moving
Yes.
too. Instead of trying
Yes.
to stay, look, we be trying to plant our feet right there in that spot. We don't want to move, So that's when the frustration builds up. That's where frustration
Yes.
comes from. So
Yes.
that's what I tell people. And I had to learn that for myself. Why am I frustrated?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
happening here?
Yeah.
Pay
Yeah.
attention to that. Absolutely.
That's
So
true. Because a lot of times we experience that frustration, that agitation, that aggravation because the Lord is pushing us, to go beyond the boundaries that we may have set for ourselves or that others may have set for us.
yes,
And that kind of shift can be very uncomfortable. I mean, I acknowledge that it can be very uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, if you truly are seeking God, there will be this deep sense of peace. And all you have to do is focus on, like I shared this morning, just keep proving Jesus in your life. Like
wow,
when you don't understand it, just keep proving Jesus. Like,
wow.
okay, Lord, I'm looking to you. Like I don't understand what's happening, but
That's
I'm gonna
right.
keep proving you
That's
because I
right.
know you read. I know, everybody else is kind of staying the same, or everybody else is moving, and I'm not sure what you need me to do, but I'm gonna keep proving you because I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm gonna keep proving that you are real. I'm gonna keep proving in my life that you love me. I'm gonna keep proving through my life that that you have changed my life. I'm gonna keep proving that until I know exactly what is happening and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, shift is an interesting kind of phenomena in our own lives in every season, and in every relationship, and in every in our attitudes and our perspectives and things like that. So, yeah, just keep proving Jesus.
Keep
Just keep
proving
proving
Jesus.
Jesus.
I love it. One more thing, and I'm gonna let you go back. Hopefully, you can get another snooze in. I don't know. I don't know.
I,
like I said, I know I have you so up and hype in the morning that I don't know if you can wind down. But
I know.
I was thinking about this yesterday. That's why I said he was dealing with me on this last night because I was so tired. I ended up helping a family member do some things yesterday that was really not in my plans. But, you know, it ran over longer than what I intended to. And it also kind of infringing on some things that I wasn't expecting. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking in your head like, okay, so all right now, you know, at this point now, people,
Right.
you know, are they taking you for granted? Or people don't think about your time, and you know, you start thinking all this stuff in your head, right? But then I'm like you, I just was like, okay, but I trust God. You know what? I trust God, and no matter what,
Yeah.
I trust God, and so He's going to provide everything I need. He's going to give me,
That's right.
you know, every resource I need. He's going to give me all the time I need, all the sleep I need. Everything I need, He's going to provide for me. And I just
That's
love
right.
that you said, keep proving Jesus, because I was having a conversation with him yesterday on Holy Spirit, and I was saying, okay, Lord, I understand, and I trust you, and I know what you're doing, but if people don't see the fruits, you see what I'm saying, of my labor or the fruits of my spirit, then is it
Yeah.
in vain? Like, what am I doing that's not, you know what I'm saying? Because I can see people around me who know my walk, who know, you know what I'm saying, this change that has occurred in my life, this ministry that I
Yeah.
have. And so, but yet some things don't appear to look like they've changed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So some things don't look like they're working in my favor with this change. So I'm
Yeah.
saying to him, okay, so how do I show up and show you if nothing is changing on the, or what appears to be changing on the outside? So I love that. Keep proving Jesus, because all I can do
Just keep
is keep
pushing. Right.
praying, keep
Right.
trusting, keep walking,
Right.
and keep believing that it's going to happen and it's going to manifest itself, and that they're going to see. But I heard him clearly
Yeah.
yesterday, yeah, because I'm going to blow their mind. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because I'm going to blow
Professor,
their mind.
I learned a long time ago. This was, oh my gosh, it's years ago. I learned a long time ago, and I was going through same type of situation where I knew that God was calling me in one direction, but I also knew that there were people who loved me and cared about me who were like, well, I don't know about that direction, kind of thing. And long story made short, it was like, you know, the Lord was like, Leslie, follow me and I'll handle the rest.
Wow.
Because when we get in those kind of situations, you know, sometimes it can be hard because you want people to see the change.
Yeah.
You want people to know you're different, but it ain't up to us. It is really up to God. Because when we get caught up in wanting people, you know, in wanting people to see the change, then we're doing it for the wrong reasons. Because at the end of the day, we want God to see that our heart is pure. We want God to see that our heart is in the right place. At the end of the day, it don't matter what people think. At the end of the day, you know, because what really matters is that we please God and that our heart is turned towards God. And when we do that, God will correct the rest. It may take years. It may take months. It may take a few days or a few minutes. But we have to really keep proving Jesus. We have to focus on what God is doing in our lives and through our lives so that we can let our light shine. Because there's always somebody else that's watching our witness.
Yes.
There's always somebody else watching. Well, how they going to prove Jesus through this? I know folks talking about them. I know folks been critiquing them. How they going to prove Jesus through this? And so we really have to focus on God, because as much as we may want people who care about us, our friends who've been there for us, to come along with us in that ship, sometimes when the season change, they have to be muted. They have to be muted so that we can focus on the one who is doing the change within our lives and opening up the eyes of others to be able to see this new person, this new ministry, this new call, this new direction that God is calling for us. And so it really is an amazing shifts and seasons, and you know, I really got to be very in tune with, the seasons that God has the Leslie in. I can't focus on the season that Professor is in. Like, if the Lord aligns those things, then we rejoice. That's why we're here today. But at the end of the day, it really is, okay, Lord, what would you have me to do? What are you calling for me to do in this season? And it may be different from what I did last week, and that's okay. And people may think you crazy, like even with Saul, like at the beginning of chapter 9, he's insulting the church. By the end of chapter 9, he said, follow Jesus. Follow Jesus. And people couldn't understand that. How you going to start off the chapter one way and then end the chapter in a completely different way? But keep proving Jesus. Keep proving Jesus.
All right. Acts 9, everyone, 20 through 22 was the word this morning. Keep proving Jesus. If you missed it, go back and listen to it. I promise you missed a good word this morning. It was right on time, as always. Right on time, right in season for what God is doing right now in this time. So keep proving Jesus. Dr. Kennebrew, thank you so much. Every Thursday morning, 6 o'clock, she's on here bringing you an inspirational word, bringing you some empowerment and some enlightenment. And I'm telling you, it is lined up. I'm telling you, it's lined up with what I hear in the spirit. Every week is just amazing how strategic God is. Like I say, I say all the time, he's so strategic in his method and the way that he gets your attention. And sometimes we don't understand, and we think that, he's not listening or he doesn't hear us, but he is here and he is listening. I promise you, he's listening. He shows me that every day now that he is listening. So thank you so much, Dr. Kennebrew. Check her out, everybody, on all social media. Tell them again where to find you.
Okay, you can go to my website. Everything is there, www.spiritedconcepts.net. Spiritedconcepts.net. God loves you all, and I do too. Blessings, glory, and sunshine.
All right. Have a blessed day. I don't know, again, if you can get some sleep.
No, I'm up now. I'm up.
Oh, we get her up every morning, every Thursday. But again, thank you so much. I promise. Thank you, Dr. Kennebrew, for your faithfulness and just doing this for me. We just, again, I don't know if you all know, we just met at an event and her spirit just, they say spirit attracts spirit, so we just had like spirits, and we just was like, I was like, I need her on the show. I need her coming in, giving a word. And so she agreed, and she's been faithful to that, and she has done that even as she's traveled, even as in the airport. She's on the phone every morning at 6 o'clock, no matter the time zone or what's happening in the world. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do.
Thank you, Professor. You all have a beautiful rest of the week.
Okay, you too. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, everybody. It's Power Up Morning. It is Thursday. I said October the 5th. Yes, October already, 2017. We have a guest in the studio that will be joining us here in a moment. We're going to take a quick break, set up. Lady M will be joining us. We'll introduce her in a moment. You can hear about all the fabulous, wonderful things that she does out here, because she does a lot, and her event that's coming up. So we'll be right back on Power Up Mornings with Professor Kiba Green.
Certified. Glory to my Lord. You know I keep my sword, and I walk by faith and not by sight. I got what it takes to win a fight. I've been through the storm and the pain. The devil thought he won, that's a shame. I got victory in Jesus' name. I got victory in Jesus' name. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. I'm moving forward, I ain't looking back. I let go of the past and I pick up the slack. They wanted the truth, so I'm giving them facts, and it really don't get no realer than that. I am living proof of what God can do when you trust in Him. And when everything start falling down, I look up to Him. In the world surrounded by evil, the devil is leading my people astray. So I pray that my people take heed when I speak, cause I really have something to say. Do you know for sure that you would go to heaven if it was time for you to go away? Do you really believe that Jesus died on the cross, was buried and rose on the third day? If you believe in your heart and confess with your mouth, then congratulations on being saved. But if you're still playing games, then you better get right with Christ before it gets too late. Hey. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. I am. Positive vibes only, I ride with that Bible and I keep it on. I do. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. Jesus Christ. Positive vibes only, I had to stop and thank God for the moment. Hey. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Positive vibes only, I ride with my Bible and I keep it on me. I had to stop and thank God for the moment, cause He did not have to wake me up this morning. I'm counting my blessings and hoping that I can deliver this message. Do you have reception? I feel the presence of the Lord manifesting. Where is heaven? I'm headed in that direction. Following Jesus, no need to complain, this is all for a reason. I had to be patient and wait for my season. I set the trends, I don't play, follow the leader. Preaching that word like a preacher, cause I'm trying to reach out my people and let them know. Don't be prejudiced, let it go. I am blessed from my head to toe. I got God with me everywhere I go. Tell him, bro, no negativity in his vicinity. We only feeding off of righteous energy. Put your hands up if you feeling me. You can achieve anything if you just believe. Don't give up on your dreams, I promise it's worth it. That's why I'm constantly working. My conscience was lurking for innocence. I was guilty of many sins, then I remember who died for them. He says, and I do not condemn. I need you to be confident. Now don't go in this world and try to do the opposite. You just be true and stay positive. And watch how we maneuver through obstacles. We came to overcome, keeping faith in the Holy One. And if we are the only ones representing for Christ, then that means we the chosen ones. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. I am. Positive vibes only, I ride with that Bible and I keep it on me. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. Positive vibes only, I had to stop and thank God for the moment. Hey. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah.
Man, life is so funny, ain't it? Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, from almost losing my life in a devastating car accident to now being diagnosed with chronic kidney failure. The devil's a trip. But the God that I serve, between the grace, the mercy, and the love He has for me, I always come out on top. Agape love.
I done been around the world, met so many faces in so many places. Can't nobody else replace you. The way you pour your love out is so amazing. I can't imagine life without you. My life wouldn't even be the same, I wouldn't have a clue. My heart is like a bomb shelter when you're not there. But when you are, I walk a life without fear. Hanging on to your every word like a child, trying to walk in your steps every mile. Sometimes I fall, but you always there to pick me up. Always know just what to do to keep me lifted up. You point me to the right words for encouragement. And when I'm weak, your same words nourish me. You're the reason for my success. You're the reason everybody say I'm blessed. My life is full of your blessings, an overflowing cup. I know the little things I do, Lord, ain't enough. That's why I dedicate my life to showing others your mercy, your grace, and your love for us. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me the way I done been around the globe, been met so many faces in so many places, but can't nobody love me like you. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else love me like you do. Your love is so unconditional. You got the type of love that breaks all pedestals. Your love is so beautiful, and I'ma do what I can to let the world know. How many people got a lot of friends? They say they with you to the very end. Yeah, same friends say they'll ride for you. Same friends say they'll always be there for you. Question is, will they ever die for you? Will they ever lay their life on the line for you? I know somebody that did that, and he ain't never let me down and kept his promises. And now my dreams are reality. I'm walking through doors freely. I couldn't have done it on my own, you complete me. I'm forever indebted to you completely. My life is full of your blessings, an overflowing cup. I know the little things I do, Lord, ain't enough. That's why I dedicate my life to showing others your mercy, your grace, and your love for us. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. I done been around the globe, been met so many places in so many places, but can't nobody love me like you. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me like you do. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody
It's Power Up Mornings on 108 Praise Radio. I am Professor Kiba Green, and it is Thursday. It's Breakthrough Thursdays here on Power Up Mornings. Welcome back for those of you who missed me. I was out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but we're back in the studio. I miss you guys. I love my job. So in the studio with me today is Lady M. And Evangelist Melody McIntosh, also known as Lady M, is a fearless leader that is all about encouraging souls to do what they love. Lady M is a minister, a life coach, a motivational speaker, a publisher, an author, and a radio host. Wow, so much, right? Her background to being selfless has led her to become a publicly making a difference in other lives since releasing her first book, So You Want to Be Married. Wow, in 2009, that's deep right there. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, the page turner brought on a new direction in life for her readers, but also her soul. In 2012, she decided to launch Inner Light Magazine, Inner, I-N-N-E-R, Light Magazine, to inspire like-minded souls around the world to love, to live, and to celebrate their life. This inspirational read has been leading the light for many readers as well as changing lives. This empowering movement didn't stop on her 40th birthday. She developed a new way for leading ladies all over the globe, to connect by creating an award show to promote positivity in the world of women and their selfless acts as they endure on a daily basis. Everyone, please help me welcome my guest today. I'm going to affectionately call her Lady M because that's what she goes by, right? Is that okay? All right, welcome to the studio this morning. Thank you for coming out bright and early with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, my dog. I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you so much. And so you are one of these 2017 women that do it all, which is awesome, awesome. I love the title of your book, So You Want to Be Married.
Yes.
Because how many women out here are just waiting for their Boaz, as we say? And a friend of mine told me the other day, and I think we're actually putting something together. She said, I want a husband. I don't want a boyfriend. She said, you need to do something on that. I want a husband. I don't want a boyfriend. I'm like, okay. So how do we help ladies who are pursuing, maybe that's the problem, for their, because we're going to just jump right in. Sorry, everybody. I didn't even go into no introduction, but we're just going to jump right in. Pursuing the one.
Wow. Well, that book was definitely established out of the divorce that I had.
Okay.
And being that during that time, it was really some cycles that I went through. And I thought I was ready for marriage at the time because I was like, I was in love with the ideal. As
Like
most women are.
Yes.
In love with the ideal, but not fully researching what it truly is. So when the Lord came to me and told me, I need you to write this book, I got busy to start to write the book.
Okay.
And he gave me key things out of there on what it is to build yourself up first before that mate comes.
Wow.
And that's the most important thing. As a woman, even as a man, you have to build yourself up first. My pastor spoke about this on this past Sunday. Shout out to Linked Up Church in Marietta, Pastor Joe Gregory.
Yes.
And
Great
Pastor
church.
Patricia. Yes. He said before he waited for Pastor Trish, he had to move out of his mom's home. He had to go ahead and get some credit cleared out.
Yeah.
He had to make sure he had put some savings aside so he can purchase that ring for her and make sure that they were secure. He did all those things, and then God showed up in his life at that time. So that's the thing. We need to be so busy doing our purpose
that we don't have time to be looking.
Exactly. Let God allow him to find you.
I think that's easier said than done, though. Because now, you know, like you said, as women, we all had this fantasy as a child of what marriage is or what it's supposed to look like or feel like. I think that's the problem. We get caught up in feelings sometimes. And so, you know, that we talk that, oh, by 40, you know, I should be married, I have 2.5 kids, you know, the career, and we know that's just not how it works anymore. And so, and where we live in a world where women like us who do multiple jobs, wear multiple hats, it can sometimes appear intimidating to some men, or you're too busy for me. So how do we address that? Because I think as we go forward, that's going to be the woman. That's the millennial woman. That's the woman of today.
That's true.
So,
but I would say that the man, he has to be definitely confident in himself.
Yes.
To say, you know what? I'm a cheerleader. I'm going to cheerlead her on because she is doing her thing. I'm confident in her, and I'm confident in myself.
Right.
And we're coming together. I'm going to bring to the table to make her better, and vice versa. She's going to come to the table to make me better.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be. We know it don't work like that.
I know.
I'm a marriage and family therapist. Trust me, you see it all. And sometimes, you know, I have to really even catch myself because I am happily married. However, going through a divorce before, I have been married before a divorce, and I know the things that I did wrong or, you know, in that time.
That's good.
And so just sitting down for 2 years, I made a decision. Okay, you know what? I keep meeting the same man in different clothing. So guess what that means? It's me. It's me. So I cannot keep attracting the same type of person. So I got to do something about me. So I sat down for 2 years and just worked on me and just processed and worked with me and my kids to make sure that we had stability and security so that when the right one came along, even though I still didn't realize it was the right one, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I was like, I'll never get married again. Oh, I'm never doing this, you know, but it just happened. But I'm saying that to say that a lot of times we rush into this thing.
Yes.
And we go off the premises of love only. And please don't get me wrong. I truly believe in love. And I know what love can do. And I believe God when he said love comes a multitude.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? However, I am still a firm believer on what's love got to do with it. I'm just saying, because we can't share a 2-piece box of chicken.
That's right.
And because we ain't got no money, you know, I'm saying every day. I understand the struggle now. I'm not saying you're not going to struggle. I'm saying we're not coming in this living in the car, you know what I'm saying, from begging to borrowing to, it's something that we're not doing right. We need to get ourselves together. But people feel like, you know what, I'm in love, I'm going to make this work, I can't live without him, he can't live without me. Talk about that, because that is what I see, and especially from young women.
It's a lot
well,
of that.
it's a lot of older ones too, so I'm sorry, go ahead.
But it's a lot of that. And you know, I love Toro Roberts' teachings.
Okay.
And the things that he said is that like you said, you took time to get yourself together.
Yeah.
And you identified what you need to do for yourself first. That's key.
Yeah.
That's the key thing right
Yeah.
there. Once you get that, you will know, your eyes will be open to that right one. Even though I'm in love and all that, love, like you said, what's love got to do with it? But that's
it's beautiful. It's
a
wonderful
beautiful thing. But you want to be married to the right
and you
one.
want to be realistic.
Right. You want to be right to your right boo,
Right.
your Boaz, your king.
Right.
You know, so the thing is that we as people, as individuals, we have to learn to wait on God. We have to learn. Even if it takes 10 years, 20 years, I know that's a far span.
Yeah.
But I just saw on Facebook that Dr. Cindy Trim is
Yeah, she just got engaged, yes.
So,
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it can happen.
It will happen.
Right.
I want to say that it will happen. I think our expectations are so unrealistic when it comes to what a good man, I don't even like that word, let me take that back. What our desired man is, because our good man is just, what that means. And so that's a whole nother topic. But, you know, and I think that we don't always, and I don't want to overtalk you, but because I want you to come back to this, but I think a lot of times we're not looking in the right places, but we overlook the one that could be for us.
Yes.
Thinking that it's something better out there, or we have this idea in our head of what we think our male, one thing I did, and I suggest to all women and men, write it down. Be very detailed and be very specific on what you want. Make a list. You know, you may not get the whole 100, but you may get 90 out of 100. You understand? That's good. That's real good. You know, I did not put down handyman. I forgot to put that down. And I promise you, I didn't get a handyman. But I promise you that, you know, the other 50 things, you know what I'm saying, out of 45, he pretty much meet the... So I'm blessed in that area. Not saying that things don't look, some days I'd be like, oh, wait, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And he say that about me. But I'm just saying, it's worth it. Be specific. Be detailed in what you want. I think a lot of times we can't find what we want because we don't even know.
And then sometimes, too, we don't even know ourselves.
Oh, that's the main thing. We don't know ourselves. We don't know who we are or whose we are. So therefore, we can't even find a mate that's compatible or that's supposed to walk this walk with you.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
That's so true. And the beauty thing about it is that you can't allow that person to make you happy. You gotta be happy with yourself.
Oh my God, thank you. Yes, happiness is a choice.
Exactly.
It's not in a person. It's not in a thing. I promise you, I went through that too. I listen. I'm telling you, I'm speaking to the choir here, and she's stepping up because I was married, and I'm saying, I'm just happy, and he's not doing what I want him to do. And I was going to school and working on these degrees, and he was still in the same place, and I was thinking, he ain't growing with me, and he don't want the same things I want, and I'm just tired. I'm not going to do this. And God really had to deal with me on, this is your issue. This ain't even about him. This is the same man you met. He has not changed. You understand what I'm saying? He's stable. He's grounded in who he is. You don't know who you are. Now, I need you to get right. Get right. And then, you know, and it's so true. And now I'm good with me, so therefore I'm good with him. Not trying to make him do something or be something that he's not. He's good with me on whatever, 100 things that I do. He see me running around, he just shake his head, and he gonna sit back and just wait on me to come back home and fall out and just be right there. And that's good for him. But you need that. You need that stability, and you need that grounding. And I think a lot of times we think, well, if I'm moving and I'm shaking and I'm hustling, he's supposed to be moving and shaking. No. Because like my friend told me, who gonna take care of the kids?
That has to be right.
Who gonna take care of the house?
There's a balance. You gotta have that balance right there. That's it. There's that balance. Yes.
Absolutely. So ladies, stop. Get out your head. Get off of TV thinking it's this way, it's that way, it's supposed to look like. It doesn't.
Nope.
And nobody is the same.
That's right.
Nobody is the same.
No man is an island in himself.
Right. That's right.
So we all have things we have to do to get ourselves together.
Yes.
In order for us to be in that position when
Every
that
day.
mate
Every
comes.
day. Yeah.
And that's the key thing.
Absolutely. So we are talking to Lady M this morning. Evangelist Melody here. She is everything. She's a motivation speaker, author, publisher, everything. Everything.
Yes,
Minister.
everything.
So we're talking about, and I jump right into her book. So you wanted to be married. So you want to be married. And that was her book she wrote in 2009. Do you have another one, or is that?
Actually, I have other ones that will be released sometime between next year and the year after that.
Okay.
I have a children's book that's right now at the publishing house right now, and it's called Dad's Little Princess.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, yes.
That should be coming out sometime next year. And
Okay.
I have another one that's like a 40-day journey book that's going to be coming out right
Nice.
after that.
Okay. So we are here today. So she's going to tell us about her event that's coming up on October 14th here in Atlanta. We're going to talk about that a little bit. If you want to call in, you have a question for me or Miss Melanie, Lady M, please, please, please. And we're talking about ladies and looking for your mate and getting yourself together. And gentlemen, because I don't want to leave out the men.
That's right.
Men, please do your work as well.
Yes.
Call us 770-988-6461. 770-988-6461 is the number. I'll put it on here. We would love to hear from you this morning. She's going to be with me the entire show, right?
Yes.
And so we are going to continue our conversation about So You Want to Be Married and her event, which is all about empowering women, right?
That's right.
Go ahead, tell me about that.
Oh, I'm so excited. First annual.
It's early, y'all. She's excited.
Yes. First annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon, which will be at the Cobb Energy Center, and that is 2800 Cobb Galleria Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia, 30339. It is
First annual.
Yes.
Say it again.
First annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon.
Leading Ladies Conference and Award
Luncheon.
All right. See there? That's awesome right there. Okay. I'm sorry. October 14th.
Yes, October 14th, and we have some phenomenal women of God that will bring in the word. As Dr. Deborah B. Morton, she'll be one of our speakers.
Oh,
that
nice.
day.
Love her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she will be bringing down the word at 10 a.m. And then we have the afternoon luncheon, which will be Pastor Patricia Gregory. She'll be bringing an afternoon word, and that's when we'll be honoring key women like Tawana Williams, the Hope Coach.
Okay.
Daphne Judge of Heart and Soul magazine. Terry Vaughn, actress Terry Vaughn. Cass Siggers, her business partner.
I know both of them.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, phenomenal women.
Yes. Doing great things
yes,
in the movie production scene. Yes.
Yes, yes. The list just continues to go on. I have another young lady who was, she's from my hometown. She's 16 years old and she has her own business.
Oh, wow.
Called Chastity Divas, and she did this in honor of her mom. Her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, you know what? You need to be honored because you went through some things with just helping your mom get through a very tough part of her life. And her mom has 7 kids.
Oh, wow.
So I said, you know what? Your baby deserves this award.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
definitely does. And she's just doing phenomenal things. She designs clothes, backpacks.
Wow. Okay.
She also gets money for scholarships for young ladies that want to go to school. So that just speaks volume from a young standpoint, for sure. And I love that about that. So I am like super excited. We have some other people that we're getting that's coming in. The VIP list is growing each and every day.
That's right. Look at that.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to this event next week.
So what made you, what helped you come up with this vision, and how did you go about putting it together?
Wow. Okay. So at the beginning of the year, I was, looking to reestablish Inner Light Magazine again.
Okay.
So that will be relaunched next week.
Inner Light Magazine, everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
That will be reestablished.
Is that online
Yes,
or is
that's
it
online?
Okay.
And that website is innerlightmag.com.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I said, okay, I just turned 40. I said, all right. God had came to me and said, it's time. I said, okay, time for what?
Don't you love that? Don't you love when he do that?
Exactly,
You guys,
right?
yeah, really?
Okay. You interrupted my plans. What? Time for what?
Oh yeah, that's it then. You made a plan, then it's a wrap. I got you.
Right. So I said, all right, what is it time for? And he said, I need you to develop this brand, Leading Ladies.
Leading Ladies.
And I want you to do 40 leading ladies out of that across the United States and outside of the globe.
Look at
And
God.
I'm like, okay. And it was so funny how everything came together because I had just lost my corporate job at that time. And I said, oh, now I got time, I have to work on this. And
I'm telling you, he's strategic.
Exactly.
He's strategic.
Exactly. So I'm like, how am I going to go ahead and find all these women? I have no women. Facebook was the key. You just go in there and my friends just started growing. And I said, okay, so let me connect with this person, that person. And it has been an absolutely amazing journey just to connect with women in Australia and Bahamas and Canada.
Look at God.
Puerto Rico, different areas, not even in the United States, but outside of that. And then out of that, it ended up becoming a tour. So we'll be starting a tour in 2018 with Leading Ladies. We'll be going to different areas, starting with Nassau, Bahamas in June of next year.
Awesome.
Going to Canada right after that. Dallas, Texas, New Orleans.
Look at that. So wherever you are, she's coming to your region, to your area. So look out. We're going to keep you informed on that.
Yes.
Because, I'm sure you know your publicist told you, we're in 50 countries here. So we're all over. We reach over 9 million people on this station. So, so you never know who's listening or who's hearing you. And so we want to make sure that we help you get the word out as well. So absolutely. So how long did it take you for conceptual wise, to put this together? From the time God said, okay, it's time. We usually sit down and be like,
9 months.
Wow.
Because now I'm at my birthing point now.
Okay,
so
all right.
9 months that everything's now coming together, and I'm just seeing the bigger picture behind this.
Okay.
9 whole months.
That's when you move. That's when you move. Sometimes we sit down because we're like, that don't make sense, and I don't know how I'm going to fund it, and who's going to do it, and where I'm going to get the people, and we talk ourselves out of it.
We do. We have a problem doing that because it's fear.
It is.
It's fear. But I just say, you know what, you want me to do this, I'm just going with you. I'm just trusting by faith that everything's going to be met. And he has done just that and more.
Yes.
So I'm grateful for it,
Awesome.
And, people that, they're like, wow, this is going to be a grand event. You have Pastor Morton, you have this and that.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, and I know that's my spiritual mom. I know she's going to bring a word.
Yeah.
Both of the ladies are. I know they're going to bring an awesome word.
It's going to be awesome. Trust me. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching. We are talking to Lady M this morning, minister, motivational speaker, author, you name it. You name it, she does it. We're talking about her conference that she's doing October 14th here in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're not here, you need to get here, or you need to get on the site because she is going on a tour July 18th. She's bringing this around the world, not just in the States, guys, around the world. First annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so, oh my God, in 9 months, she put this together in 9 months, everybody. Funded, listen, funded, speakers, come on now. Don't tell me what God can't do. When you're obedient.
That's right.
When you're obedient and you do what he tells you to do. When you move when he's supposed to move, right?
That's
and I know I'm guilty because we're all guilty because like you said, we get in our own way and we get in our head and we think, oh my God, how am I going to do that?
Exactly.
So, what you say, Mrs. Morton, Bishop Morton's wife, is going to be there. Deborah Morton, she's going to be awesome. I already know. And then the evening is Patricia.
The afternoon is Pastor Patricia. I'm already putting doctor on.
All right now.
Pastor Patricia Gregory will be joining.
Patricia Gregory. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to tell you how you can find out that information, how you can keep in touch. She's with me for the next hour at 6:57 a.m. on Power Up Mornings. Again, if you have a question for her, a question for me, call in 770-929-3248. 770-988-6461. 770-988-6461. T. Marie, you missed it. We were talking about her book, So You Want to Be Married. You know, that's our thing, that relationship thing, girl. We be talking about that relationship thing over here. So we got right into it about why some women are not married.
Yes.
Oh my God, have you done your work? Are you
That's
doing what
right.
you're supposed to do to be ready to meet your king, your prophet, or your priest?
And you know what, too? It's vitally important, and definitely being in the professional counseling. After you go through a divorce or even a breakup, go ahead and seek, you know, a professional counselor.
Please.
Because it's important, because, you know, there might be underlying things that you might not know that's there.
That's right.
And you have to make sure that you're healthy and whole
Wow.
for that perfect
That's
person
good
that's
stuff.
going to be, that's going to be healthy and whole for you
Right.
as well.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Please, of course, I'm going to advocate that. Because I say all the time, you know, every counselor needs a counselor.
That's right.
Every preacher needs a counselor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs accountability. You should be going to check in with someone because you can't see yourself. You don't walk around with a mirror. You don't understand what you do or what you don't do. And things that may be affecting why you're not meeting the perfect or the right one for you. There's no perfect. The right one for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe there's one for everybody.
That's right.
I truly do. I believe male and female, there's one. And I know we get all caught up in the statistics and everything that's going on that they throw at us. There's no good this men and there's no that, and there, especially in Atlanta, 23-1 and da-da-da-da-da. But I truly believe there is she like, don't remind me. You know what? I truly take my hat off to single women. I do.
Yes.
And single men, because it's a lot out here. It's a lot of competition. It's a lot of, like I said, misinformation that we're passing on to each other. And we're doing a lot of hurting each other from being hurt.
Yes, that's so true. And that's why I said a key thing. Get counseling. Don't be, you know, as African Americans, we're afraid for that stigma that we was told, oh, there's something wrong with you, that you're going to seek a counselor. No, there's nothing wrong with you. We go to the doctor.
Right with you.
We go to the doctor to
Yes.
receive our, you know,
Yes.
go for our yearly checkup. So what's wrong with us going to get our mind, our you know, our whole head examined, just to make sure that we are on path to doing what we need to do the right way. We may not know, we might have some, you know, hereditary things with
That's right.
anxieties or depressions or
Look, we
we
do.
don't- right.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So it's good to go see a counselor. It's good to sit down with someone.
Absolutely. Please, please, please seek a counselor. Not your girlfriend, you know, not your mom. They're good. We love them. However, they can't always be as, you know, non-biased as we would like them to be as well. And like I said, you don't walk around with a mirror, so you don't see what others may see.
Yes.
Or that internal stuff that we push back, you know, and we've kind of let go in and think, oh, I'm good there, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? And so it's coming out. It's oozing out, even without you realizing it, that it's coming out at the seams. So we have to do our work. That's what I say. We have to do our work, men and women.
Yes, and it's so true. And the things is that with women too, we might have suffered a lot of things in our upbringing too. And with men.
Yeah, definitely.
That, you know, were just, okay, things we didn't deal with, and we bring those things into a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And then you find out what's going on, why this happened, and you're trying to figure out the root cause. It's nothing to do with you, it's just something that they were doing with in their past that they never dealt with before.
It didn't surface until something, that's what we call triggers. Yeah, so until something happened and it made you go back there.
Right.
So what do you think about reality TV and how it plays a role in single women? I put her on the spot.
You know, reality TV to me, it brings that illumination, that actual perception that, oh, this is what this is good. Oh, wow, they got that, they got this, they got that. No, it's reality TV.
Scripted.
It's scripted. You know, I'm thinking,
people.
I was just last Friday, I purposely just sat in my bed last week Friday, and I watched the Cosby Show. All night long.
Oh.
And I said, this was positive TV when I was coming up. This was a perception to show you an African-American family that was thriving, that was doing well.
Right.
And I said, this is what we should be looking at. This is what we should actually want for ourselves.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, we might not get the doctor or the lawyer or this and this and that, but you want to make sure you have a wholesome family. And that's what it portrayed, that wholesome family value.
Yeah, definitely.
Reality TV don't show that.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I know that that is our world, and that's what we live in today, and drama, and social media, attention-seeking type of behaviors. And so, again, those things come out when you're going to look for your mate. And so, if you are, again, what you take in is what's going to come out. So if you're listening to these things and absorbing these things in your spirit, in your spirit, man, guess what? When you open your mouth, you're going to talk just like him. You're going to act just like him.
That's so
without
true.
even realizing that, you know, this is the persona that you've taken on. I say the same thing for music. You know, we have to be mindful of the music that we listen to.
Right.
Because it's a different, I mean,
It's
it's a different world, so.
And there you go. That's another one of my favorite shows.
It's a different world.
It is a different world.
And so it is. It's important that we, you know, we are mindful of that. I see so many young girls. It's Domestic Violence Month, Awareness Month. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
But I see so many young ladies in domestic violence relationships now. I'm talking about 25 and under.
Yes.
And it really hurts my soul because I'm saying you don't know your value. You don't even know who you are, and why is this acceptable on either one of y'all part, on his and yours? That's my problem. I'm like, why is this okay to be able to fight each other and think this is love?
That's not love. That's not. And you know what? I watch Greenleaf. I love that show.
Greenleaf, yeah.
And the young girl,
Zoya.
yes. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, you have a loving mother and father. You know, why are you subjecting yourself to this young man? And each time he's telling you, I'm sorry. But he's not sorry. That's just who he is.
Like you said, self-worth, self-value, knowing who you are. Just because, again, but I love that it shows that she has caring parents. She has a loving family relationship. You know, of course, they have their issues, as all families do.
Exactly.
But it shows that anybody can be in that situation, and it's not about social status. It's not about, you know, it's not about race. It's not about any of that. It's not saying that you come from a bad background or any of that. What it's saying is if you don't have that self-value in yourself, that you can end up in this situation. And that's what both of them are struggling with.
Yes.
He's struggling with it and she's struggling with it. And so in order to please him, she's accepting of his behavior,
Yes,
and vice versa. And we know the cycles. We've been seeing this for, you know, forever. This has been happening since the beginning of time. It's in the Bible. So it's nothing new under the sun. It's just that, you know, we have to keep bringing it up, because actually domestic violence numbers are getting worse.
Yes, they are.
Instead of better.
Exactly.
Now I have my own thoughts about that. I'm not going to go into that today. But I'm just saying that, so that tells you that it's still a problem out here that we're not addressing.
That's right.
Yeah, so are you going to talk about these things at your conference, or tell me some of the topics that you're going to deal with at the conference?
Well, we are going to probably deal with a plethora of issues, I should say.
Okay.
You know, we're working with an organization out of Cobb County that is actually a breast cancer organization, so we're partnering with them, making strides. And I'm sure we are going to touch on the domestic violence.
Okay.
Because as women, as we empower as leaders, we have to also instill some things within ourselves. We also need encouragement. We also need uplifting. We also need these things so that way we can take that and give it to someone else that needs that, and be in a position to pour into someone else that needs that.
Yeah.
And it's ideally the Leading Ladies concept, even though it's a group, because I have a Facebook group that's closed, but that group is for women, and that's pastors, ministers, that are business owners, lawyers, doctors, you know, from all across the globe. But we also, as a leading lady, you can be a leading lady as a mother, you can be a leading lady as a wife, you can be a leading lady as even the simplest a cashier. And we want to make sure that we do address whatever the Lord says on that day, we address it.
Okay.
Because it's so needed. And the theme of the conference is transformation.
Okay, awesome.
And that is just the key thing, because if you look at it as a butterfly, it goes into a cocoon before it's emerged into a butterfly. And we're never going to be the same. We're always constantly changing and moving forth to whatever our lives are bringing to us. You know, especially if you're going to becoming married, or if you're actually becoming a new mother, or going back to school, all these different things, we're constantly emerging.
Yeah.
And we need that encouragement, we need that uplifting for us.
Right.
So I don't know exactly how this is going to flow, but I'm sure it's going to flow.
It's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So I agree. I know that, you know, 1 in 3 women are abused, so we're going to have somebody in there that's being in this situation. And so we have to uplift our women, especially, you said, pastors and pastors' wives. That's something we need to do, you know, because I think we forget about them. Like, they need someone to talk to also. They listen to everyone else's problems, but who
are listening?
Who do they go to for help?
That's right.
You know, and what if they're in a situation where they feel like they can't get out, or they're not being loved or treated correctly, and or vice versa, because we know that men are abused as well. So what if it's someone who's abusing a pastor? And so we have to be mindful of that and use discernment and wisdom in how we tackle those things. So yes, that's what I'm talking about. You have to address these things tactfully, of course, but you also have to be mindful that somebody is going to be going through this in that room.
That's right.
Somebody is going to be going through this in that room. More than maybe one somebody. So, again, the first annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon is October 14, 2017 here in Atlanta. Transformation is the theme, which is awesome. Change.
Yes.
Change. And we talked about that. Listen. Our word this morning was from Acts 9, 20 through 22. It was when you shift in your life, everyone else have to deal with the new you.
That's right.
Ain't that transformation? That's transformation right there. So change. Call us 770-988-6461, 770-988-6461 if you have any questions for Lady M about her conference or about her book. Anything you want about her tour, you want to know anything about where she's going, how you can get in touch with her, how you can be a part of it, let us know. Call in. She would love to hear from you and answer your questions this morning. It is 7:11 a.m. here on Power Up Mornings. I do have another caller that's calling about 7:30 as well. So we're going to continue the conversation here on Leading Ladies Conference. And it's amazing that you said that. I actually volunteer and work for an agency called Leading Ladies of Legacy. Oh. So we go to the schools and we mentor young ladies, all ages, K through 12. And so we teach them all type of, you know, everything, self-confidence, goal setting, all of those things. So I love that you said leading ladies. So I think we have a caller. We have a caller, conductor. Hello, good morning. Good morning, are you there? Okay, we're gonna get it together. So, good morning. Are you on the line? Oh, they're not saying anything? Maybe they're just listening. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Sometimes people just call because they can't get on Facebook Live or all these live streaming events. They just have to call and kind of listen in as they drive. So, understandably so, it's early in the morning. People going to work, getting the kids off to school.
Yes.
So, we appreciate you listening this morning. Thank you so much, wherever you are. Thank you, everybody on live streaming. We appreciate you for continuing to support us here on Power Up Mornings on 108 Praise Radio. So I was saying that we mentor young ladies, so I'm actually looking for more mentors, actually, men and women, to come out to the schools because it's needed.
Yes.
And they thrive on it. When I tell you these kids love it, they love it. They look forward to it every week. You know, can we come tomorrow? Can you do this all week? You know, I know some of it is just to get out of class, but but a lot of it is they're really enjoying what we're pouring into them because they're not getting it from someone else. Maybe they're not getting it from home, or maybe they're not getting it from church if they go to church. You know, they're not getting it from their communities. So it's important that we go, and it's just on their lunch break. So it's not a lot of time. It's just an hour and a half a day. You know, if that 45 minutes to an hour and a half a day. And I think that we have to give back.
Absolutely. It's so vitally important because that generation definitely needs it more now than anything.
Yes.
You know, I look at my children. I have a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, there is a difference now. There's a change now. And there's some things that definitely need to take course and need to happen because this is our future. And I just, you know, the world we live in now, we need to pray like never before.
Wow, yes, yes, please. Pray. Yes.
Like never before.
We need to pray for so many reasons. So,
Yes.
for our young people, for our world, for our nation, for our leaders, you know, for everyone. So, absolutely. And I think a lot of times we say we're praying and we're not. So, we need to be definitely praying. Yeah, because I say all the time, we've kind of missed 2 generations. We've kind of lost 2 generations in this gap. And it's important that we kind of go back to the basics. We got to get back to the basics because we don't have the big mama and the auntie them who kind of took us in and sheltered us and kept us grounded.
That's right.
When mom wasn't there or dad wasn't there, or, you know, you had the neighbor, Miss Lily, or somebody who could say something to you and reel you in.
Come on.
And you had teachers who loved their job and who were there to make sure that they imparted the education and love into you as well as teaching you. We don't have that type of generation anymore. So, and not saying that it should be the same, but I'm saying it has to be some type of compassion that we have to bring back to the people, and we have to get back to basics. So we can save our generation.
That's true.
These young kids, they're smart, they're brilliant, you know, minded, but we're losing them on so many other areas that we have to do our work on.
That's so true. And I was just speaking to my coworkers yesterday, and they were talking about double dutch, and I said,
Double dutch.
I miss jumping double dutch. I said, ooh, I missed that. We had to go outside, and we stood outside. We stayed outside all day long.
Yeah.
Until that street light came on. You better be in that house at that point in time. But, you know, it's now a different generation, and this is what they're forced with now. It's technology.
Born with, yes.
And it's just like, you don't even understand how much fun that was to us. But this is fun to you.
Right. And I mean, with boundaries and with moderation, you can do it all.
Yes.
You know, because this is their generation, and they are going to know technology. I was looking at the kids this past week. I guess kids have been out for fall break.
Yes.
So I was looking at the kids running outside, and I was just so happy because, you know, I was saying, you know, just to hear their voices and to hear them outside playing was just a joy for me, because I was saying, you don't hear that anymore. And I'm so glad they have a safe place. They can run and they can play, and they're not getting in trouble. And just let them be kids. Just let them live and be a child for as long as they possibly can. And I think we take that for granted now. We don't even think about that these kids need some So they need to burn off some energy, number one. I'm like you, my kids are grown, but they need to burn off some energy and just let them go get some fresh air and just run and play. And instead of being confined to building and a room and a computer all day, we need to, because this is another way of cultivating their minds and letting them be outside. Exactly. So I know we kind of got off the subject, but I think it's so true. Like, so we have to do our part, and I'm sure that's what Leading Ladies is doing as well, is pouring out to the ladies in the community. Are you doing any other type of community events before you kick off the tour?
Well, you know what? It's however God flows me to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now. You know, I don't know exactly what he might have next, but I know right now it's his main thing is just establishing this conference, getting it done, and just honoring these. On top of that, you know, we're going to be honoring these ladies as well for all the work they've done, their accomplishments and their achievements in that. So, and I think that's a wonderful thing because now they can say, you know, look what I've done, and you can do this too, and give them actually a format on what they need to do to get to that point, to get to that place that they need to be, especially with the younger generation. They need that.
They do.
The young ladies definitely need that. You know, and I'm wanting, you know, I'm going to open it up for the younger generation too as well. I don't want to just make it sure for the adults, but I want to make it open for the younger.
I was just about to ask you, what is the age range? What is your target audience there?
Well, right now the target is just audience. It's adults, but we are going to open up to the younger generation. So, you know, as early as 7 years old and up for that youthful. Because they need to understand. Okay, you know what? I've seen young entrepreneurs at 7, 8 years old.
Right, and they can.
And they can.
Yes, they can be.
Yes. So
we talk about that on Technology Tuesdays with my guest, Cairo Queen. She talk about how you help your kids create businesses in technology. If they know how to do it, help them create a business. They could be, and then guess what? They're not paying taxes. But I didn't mean to cut you off, so go ahead. Yes, they can definitely have their own business as early as 7 and 9 years old.
Exactly, because I've seen it, and I'm just amazed. I'm like, wow, you know, you want to put yourself in an entrepreneurial position that early. Yeah. That is remarkable.
Because that's when the creative juices are flowing. Think about it. That's before life happens and stuff get in the way, and we get bogged down with everything else except what our purpose is. Right. So that's the perfect time to do that.
Exactly. And I love to see those shows, especially that chef show. I forgot his name, but when he brings all those younger kids on to make dishes and everything, I forgot his name.
Not Junior Chef, not Chop. I love all those shows too, the Food Channel and all that. So I'm the same way. Go ahead.
But he brings those young kids on, and they're developing their talent and being chefs at an early age. Yeah. And that says so much on value that they love what they're doing.
They do. They really do. And they're so creative. Oh my God. I'm like,
wait a minute.
I would have never thought of that. Yeah, so they actually come up with some great dishes, and you just be like amazed at this child can think like this and put it together, create it to conception. So absolutely, I agree. All those shows, I love all those shows like Shark Tank and all those type of entrepreneur type shows that's helping our generation, our kids come out the box and think outside the box on how to be creative and create wealth and jobs. And we know that Power of Morning is all about health, wealth, and growth. So everything we do it manifests that. So we want, like you said, healthy minds, wealthy minds, wealthy bodies, not just your bank account. Right. Because if you're not leaving a legacy of mental health, I tell people all the time, if you're not leaving a legacy of mental health, what does it mean to leave them money?
Right. That don't mean anything. What are they going to do with that?
Right.
What are you setting in place for them so that way they can do that?
Absolutely.
I'm a firm believer education, and my grandma, something that she instilled in me at an early age. She didn't finish her timing in school. I think she dropped out as early as, I think, middle school. But I made sure for me, I knew how important it was to go back and get my degree and continue on to get my master's and probably, possibly, God said so, but I
already know,
doctor.
right?
But, you know, I tell my kids, I say, you know what? There's no excuses for anything at all with me. If I worked a full-time job
Yes.
and got my degree
Sound
during
like
that
me.
time,
Yes.
and with honors, you
Yeah.
can't get nothing past me
Right.
at all.
I tell my son the same thing.
You can do it.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, and it's up to each individual. Education is not fair. Well, I'm an advocate for education, of course. You know, I have education, thank God. However, in this day and time, it's so many things we can do.
Yes.
You know, and like you said, even as young adults, that they can do to create a life, wealth, a career, without even going to school. You know, yes, school helps depending on, you know, what field and what area you want to go in, but you don't have to always go to school. And so parents, do your research, do your due diligence to help your children
That's right.
manifest their gifts that you see.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times we sleep on their gifts.
Yes.
And we can't even help them become the great person that they're supposed to be, because we're so caught up in our own.
Exactly.
That goes back to that single thing too. You know, that mind frame,
Yes.
that mindset.
Yes.
We're so caught up in our own world that we miss the opportunity to cultivate our children in that time that they need it the
That's
most.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love that. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
I love that you said, so you're going to open it up as early as young as 7, you know, maybe in another area for the youth. Why you choose 7? That was a good number. I'm just curious.
7 years old, like you said, that's when their creative juices are flowing. That's when you want to get their attention going at that time. It's like at 7, they kind of right there and they're making some decisions because they're now transitioning into almost going to that preteen stage and then moving on to teenhood. So if we capture them at that early age right there and get their attention to something that is positive, that can open up so many different avenues and doors for them at that point in time.
Yeah,
so 7,
definitely.
I think, is a great age.
Okay, 7 is a good number. I was just wondering what, that's a good number. I was curious as to what made you throw that out there, because I'm like, okay, 7, interesting. I was expecting you to say 17, 16. 7 is good. 7 is good. They're able to comprehend. They're able to articulate, you know, and express themselves in a way that, you know, they can still make some judgment and some sense of what they like and what they don't like, and be very creative in that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree with that completely. All right, ladies. So it's first annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon, October 14, 2017, at the Cobb Energy Center in Atlanta, Georgia. And again, she's going on a tour starting June 2018. So if you don't get her here, you can get her throughout next year, starting in Nassau, Bahamas. Do we have a caller, producer? So, okay. But how can they find you on the website?
Well, they can find me on social media. I'm under the Leading Ladies Tour.
Okay.
That's one. Then also we have a closed group called Leading Ladies. So if you want to get into that group, there's some amazing, almost close to 700 women in that group.
Awesome.
That we go in there and we have different days for different things. Mondays is our motivational Monday.
Me too.
Yeah. So, you know, it's such a great, you know, key to have, because you definitely need to encourage that encouragement, that uplifting for sure. Then also you can go on innerlightmag.com. That information will be there. We're revamping the website, but it will be available on next week once we relaunch the magazine on next week.
Okay.
The 40 Leading Ladies edition, which will have 40 ladies that will be highlighted in that edition. Just a little quick piece about them and everything of what they do on that as well. And then we also have the Lady M page on Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram. And the Leading Ladies Tour page is on the same Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram as well.
So you can't say you can't find her. Leading Ladies everywhere.
That's right.
So did you start the Leading Ladies closed group when you got the vision?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Immediately. I would say that was started back at the end of April, because the planning started forth back in January, but the end of April, that's when I opened it up to all these different women, and that's when it just started to grow. And
It is just 9 months right now, like the 10th month, right?
That's
oh my
right.
God, time has gone so fast. I'm like, January, you're right, it's still this year. Like you just did this planning, like in January this year.
That's
wow.
Right. That's right.
And you got over 700 women already.
Already in that group.
And growing. Every day. Awesome, awesome. Look at God.
Yes.
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
I love that song about Kenta Jones. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Sorry, I had a moment, guys. And so, won't he do it? 7/28, everybody. It is 7/28. Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon. It will be October 14th. Leading Ladies Tour on Facebook, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss this, ladies. How much are tickets?
Well, right now we have a special offer, and the ticket sales will be closed as of Tuesday.
Uh-oh. You better get it.
Yes. So the tickets right now, if you use a code, and that, let me give you the link for that. It's under Interlight Mag Events with an S .bigcartel.com. When you go there to purchase your ticket, your registration, you want to use promo code ThinkPink.
Think Pink.
And that will give you a discount, and the tickets will be $75, which will include your luncheon as well as the goodie bag that will be given to us.
Awesome. So, did you say Interlight Mags with an S .bit
Big Cartel.
BIG CARTEL.com.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and the code is Think
Pink.
Pink to get your discount.
That's correct.
$75 for an entire day of food and activities and pouring into you. You're going to get 2 awesome words from 2 awesome women.
Yes.
And more actually, but those are the main preliminary speakers. So just think about what we spent $75 on and what you're going to get this time.
Exactly.
And the Cobb Energy Center is beautiful, and it has great I just loved it. I love the place itself. So it's going to be a very wonderful and very nice event. Again, Think Pink. So you're dedicating and working with Make Strides out of Cobb County here for Breast Cancer Awareness
That's
Month.
correct. Yes.
So Think Pink is in light of that. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
So are part of the proceeds going back to them?
Yes. Part of the proceeds are going back to them.
Okay.
Yes. That's
Are they
correct.
going to be on the tour with you, or is it something
They
you're just
will
going
be
to
partnered with me with this and throughout this vision that I have, but we will be definitely doing a second annual here next year
Okay.
for the leading ladies as well, and it'll be back in October of 2018 here.
So are you going to do a different partnership each year?
No, I'm not going to do it until something else comes away.
Okay.
I'm going to be partnered with them for a little while.
Okay.
But I'm grateful for that, and actually I'm grateful because Carruthers Flowers, they just donated some flowers for the event, and
Awesome.
they're going to be beautiful. So I'm grateful and thankful for them for definitely just giving us a sponsorship for that, and just amazing sponsorships that are coming in so far for us.
So you have a good team.
Yes, correct. Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
That's important, right?
It is very important.
So how did you pull your team together so quickly?
Well, you know what?
'Cause you know we hear that too. I can't work with nobody. And I don't trust nobody. And the women don't want to work. And
It's so interesting because I was just sitting there like, okay, what am I going to do? Tia Green, my publicist, she's phenomenal. I've been
yes,
working
hi
with
Tia.
her. Yes, hi Tia. I've been working with her for 9 years now. And, you know, she's very positive and she's always inspiring. She said, Melody, you're going to do this. We're going to get this. We're going to do that. I'm like, okay, I believe that. I trust in you. And I think over the course of the time, people just started connecting out. I want to help you. What do you need? This and that. So it was nothing I looked for. They just came to me and said to me, I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to, whatever that we need from you, this and that. We want to help you, and that was the beautiful thing. I didn't question or anything like that. I just knew that their heart and motive was true.
Okay.
And I said, okay. Well,
Wow.
come on.
See,
Yes.
listen to that. She didn't go into vetting and looking at what their motives is, what they want, and you can't even worry about all that when
No.
you're on your road.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because you get distracted. That's a
Exactly.
distraction.
It is.
She put this together in 9 months, people. 9 months. So don't tell me that we can't do anything.
We can do all things.
We can do all things through Christ.
Yes.
So do you have like an all women team, or do you have some men involved?
No, it's an all women team. I have an event coordinator. I've been doing event planning for 20 plus years. But I said, I cannot do this now.
Oh, yeah.
No. So I actually have one of my dear friends from My Dream Events, Michelle. She's going to be doing the event coordinating that day. Then I have Tia Green. She has pulled her team together. Then I have some other women of God that came in and said, I want help. What do you need help with? So all that's just coming together for that. So right now I do have a small team, but in that, they've reached out and branched out to others that made some things happen.
That's why I say it don't take a lot. You know, sometimes we think, oh, it's going to take, 30, 50 people. No, 3 people can do the work of 30 people if they're, structured and organized and well planned. They know what they're doing. They can do it. They can make it happen. So again, I think that's another issue that sometimes we as women like to use. I can't work with other women, and I don't get along with other women, and it's hard for me to find someone I trust, or,
That's where prayer comes in.
We have that all, we get that all the time, so
absolutely.
We have to be mindful that that's a distraction from the enemy to keep you from doing what you're supposed to do. And yes, things will happen, I'm sure, along this road. You've had some bumps and some hills to climb, right?
Some contractions. Yes.
So talk a little bit about, because I think as entrepreneur women, we don't always talk about the valleys and the peaks. And we don't talk about, all we talk about is the successes and the end road. And so people don't understand that when they hit that valley, that this is common and this is normal. This is not, you're not doing anything necessarily wrong. It doesn't mean quit. Talk about that a little bit, because I think that's something that we don't talk about a lot.
Ooh, we don't, and I'm so glad you brought that up. And any kind of vision that God is birthing in you, you are going to hit some valleys.
Yes.
Because in that, he's trying to kill you, your flesh, so that way you can be able to handle what's before you and coming towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not saying that my life is full of roses and all this other stuff and all that. No, it's not. But I know one thing, I have to call on him when I know I need him in the midst of that. Just coming out of a divorce about almost over a year ago, separation.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I had to be I was in homelessness and everything, and I'm not ashamed to talk about that. But I just know what my God can do. Mm-hmm. He can do amazing things.
Yes.
But we have to understand that we can't stay in that valley too long. You got to be able to get yourself up and walk up that mountain to get to where you have to go. And you can't allow things to distract you. You can't allow things to move you. You're going to lose some people along the way.
Definitely.
But guess what? It's for your greater good in that. And I'm just grateful. I mean, I look at the things that I've been through, and I shake my head. And I'm like, you know what? If it wasn't for his grace and his mercy to bring me through, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be having a Leading Ladies Conference.
And you kept moving.
Exactly.
You kept moving. You talk about the divorce. I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yes.
The divorce, like you said, some homelessness, and you kept moving. You didn't let it distract. You didn't let it stop you. Let me say, deter you. Because I'm sure, it's some tears and it's some,
Exactly.
It's some pain and it's some, it's even some whys. And yes, it's okay to question God. I know we've been taught you're not supposed to question God. You can question God. Well, I mean, where are you going to get the answer from otherwise?
Right.
I don't know where people got that from, got the information from. How are you going to get the correct answer if you're not asking Him?
You're not asking Him. And just to verify, this was actually my second marriage.
Oh, okay, all right.
But, I just say, you know what, Lord, I'm through it all. You are with me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful through that and all that. And, I just look at him just like, wow, you just continue to grow me. You take me to glory, to glory, to glory.
That's right.
And I'm grateful for what you're doing in that.
Awesome. Great testimony. Look at that. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word. Our testimony, right? So it's that's why I brought that up, because I think I didn't know all that, right? So we don't talk about that. We don't share that part. Everybody see the smiles and the flowers at the end and the end result. They don't understand
the story behind
the storms that came with it, you know, and the like I said, the valleys and the peaks. And so it's important that you understand that what you're going through, and I'm speaking to, you know, everyone out there, listen, whatever you're going through is planned. It's a purpose behind it. It's not to stop you or deter you. It's actually for you to keep moving right now in this season. And just know, one thing when I learned that the enemy cannot do anything that God doesn't allow,
That's right.
it was like, what?
What? Exactly. Come on now. He came to
Come on now. That means I'm unstoppable.
That's
you understand? That means he had to have permission to even bring this to me. He had to have permission to even throw this darts and snares my way. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you, then God already knows the end. He wants you to fight through it because he trusts you enough that you're going to make it through, Job. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. He said, I know my child. She can handle this. She can handle that. Give it to her. That's right. Give it to her. So I say, if you don't go read Psalms 91, hold on to that every day. How about that? But to whoever is listening out there and who's going through anything, you know, business, marriage, family, whatever you're going through right now, and you feel like I just can't win, I can't get it. First of all, let's change that. Let's change that tone and that word right there. Let's get that out of our mind, because you are a winner, you are a conqueror, and you are victorious in all things. So know that, but also know that trouble don't last always. I promise you. One thing I know, it has to change. That's right. It cannot stay the same if you keep moving. Come on. Now, if you stay seated and you stay sitting there in it and wallowing in it now, it will stay the same.
It's going to stay the same. That's right.
But if you put one foot in front of each other every day and take a step and keep moving on what you hear and what you know and what you believe, and trust God, I promise you it will turn around. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. It may not be next month. But it has to change. It has to. First of all, his word said it, and it cannot lie. And number two, it's just, I mean, that's transformation.
Thank you. That's right.
Right? That's transformation. It has to change. It cannot stay in the same place. That's not even possible. That's not even physically, scientifically, mentally possible. Go read some science book if you want to go there. I would go. Right? It cannot stay the same. It has to change. Something has to go. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down, but it's going to change.
It's going to change. That's right.
And it all depends on your words and what are you speaking into yourself every morning when you wake up.
That's the key. You can't say, I can't.
Wow.
And then, you know, we get into stigma of saying too, I'm broke.
Oh, yeah.
Or I stop saying those key things, because
putting it out in the
life and death is in the power of
yes.
your tongue. So speak out your blessings and not your curses. Because you want to see, and in order for you to see that end product, you got to speak blessings.
Yes.
Not curses. Because your cursed thing is going to die.
Yeah.
Because what did Jesus do? He crushed the fig tree. And what did it do?
Yeah. It's gone, y'all. But I so agree. And speak over your children as well. Absolutely. You know, pray over them and speak life into them as well. You know, again, I think we can get so caught up in the world and life. And life happens. God gave me that yesterday. Life will happen. Are you flexible? Are you flexible is what he asked me. Can you bend? Can you move? Can you change when I need you to change? Are you going to be able to adjust and adapt when I need you to? When life happens, because life is going to happen. And so, are you flexible is what he asked me.
And I didn't mean to cut you off for that.
No, that's fine.
Because You know, the key thing when my kids were both going through high school and even now through college, I spoke these words over them. I spoke exceed, excel, excellence. You know, I spoke those E's over them. And I watched that come forth.
Right.
And I was sharing with a prior friend with this sometime because she was having trouble with her boys in school. I said, listen, this is what I did. I prayed and I said these key things about them each day.
That's right.
And she said, oh my God. When I said it, I started to see the manifestation happen. I said, because your words started changing.
Yeah.
You don't see, you don't go by what you see.
Yes.
You go by what you speak. And you speak it into their very souls and their existence to do those things. And that's what they did. And now they're rising to the occasion.
Look at that.
And
it didn't happen overnight.
No.
And I promise you it gets worse before it gets better. It looks worse before it gets better. You know, and so that's part of the process.
That's right.
It's supposed to.
Yep.
It's supposed to.
And
If it went straight to good, you wouldn't even appreciate, you wouldn't even understand the process. So I promise you, keep doing it.
That's right.
Keep speaking it, keep acting on it, keep moving on it. And just know that he hears you and he's going to do it. If he told you he's going to do it, he's going to do it.
He's going to do it. That's right.
I'm telling you, that word today is manifesting, boy. Acts 9:20. I'm telling you, like, it's amazing. Like, every time Dr. Kenneth comes on Thursday mornings to give us a word. Well, all my pastors who come on and give whatever word God gives me in the morning when I do inspiration and prayer, it's just lines up with the entire day's events. I mean, the guests, everything just flows because it's strategic. It's his plan. This is already carved out in time. This was already taking place. This is nothing new. He knew this was going to happen before we even got here. He knew this day was going to happen and we're going to have this conversation before we even got here. And that's how you know when you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you're walking in your purpose. I thank you right now, Lord, for confirmation. I thank you right now. Yes, I'm sorry. And so I just trust and believe that God He's faithful.
All the time.
He's faithful. I tell you again, Acts 9:20-22, Psalms 91. Go read it every day. Meditate on his word.
Yes. That's what it says.
Meditate on that word and just let it just breathe in you and live in you every day. And I promise you will see your life change before your eyes. Your children change before your eyes. Your career. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, it will start to manifest itself. And it's not going to look like it. You're not going to even understand it when you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Because this journey, like, I would say you're a success. Okay? You're a success today. You've actually put together a conference in 9 months. You've planned a tour in 9 months. You're making it happen. You're a success. But does it feel like success to you yet?
You know what? I'm just humbled. I'm truly humbled. I'm still in my... I can't believe this is really
right.
Can someone pinch me to make sure this is happening? That's where I'm at right now, but that's just because I'm just so humbled that he chose me to walk this vision out. He could have chose someone else, but he entrusted me to carry this.
Ain't that something?
And I'm just like, okay, all right, got it. I think reality was sitting next week Saturday for me.
Okay.
To be honest, when that day comes, I'm going to be like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I know the excitement, the joy, everything is going to be there.
Right.
But to also be able to embrace other leading ladies, to embrace what they're doing and to honor them, that's just my heart's desire. And then out of that, my mom's been passed for almost 6 years now. This year, I'm giving her an award away to 2 women that I know that deserves it. My mom, when she was a strong believer, and she had a day when she went through her sickness, she never complained.
Wow.
She never said anything. You know what? She kept in a happy spirit in spite of it all until the day she left.
Wow.
And, you know, I said, you know, this is going to be a fitting award to give to, you know, the Hope Coach Tawana Williams and also another young lady. Her name is Ebony Cannon. She's an author. And Ebony's testimony was that she was breaking up a fight with a couple of her friends. And the person that went ahead, they left, but they charged for her in a car. They ran her down. They carried her body for miles down the road, so she was and underneath the carriage of the car.
Jesus.
And, you know, she was in the coma for 4 months, in the hospital for a total of 6 months. But just to see her now, just to see her testimony and that God has done,
Wow.
you know, I know that this is going to be a place of tears. I know there's going to be a place of rejoicing. There's going to be such an atmosphere just for Thanksgiving there,
Wow.
just to see what God has done.
What's the name of the award?
Yeah, that is the Janetta McIntosh Award. That is my mom's legacy.
Wow. I have a friend named Janetta. He did something interesting. Okay, so that, oh, wow, that's amazing. So you said over 6 years. So tell me the name of the award.
The Janetta McIntosh.
The Janetta. I thought you said
It's
something
like
before.
it's actually the Leading Ladies Janetta McIntosh Award.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you know she's with you, and she's gonna be with you on that day,
Yes, she
and
is.
she's gonna be, you know, carrying you in her spirit, and she's making sure that look, that all of it works out, it flows together.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be a yearly,
Yes.
annual award for you.
That's gonna be a
Okay,
yearly award,
and it's
yes.
toward courage.
It's towards just no matter what your disability is, no matter what your sickness is,
Mm-hmm.
that you still can be overcome, that you still can have joy in spite of, and be that inspiration to others, that if you're going through something that traumatic in your life, that you still remain positive.
Yes.
In fact.
Yes.
And she did.
And she did. Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Listen, it's gonna be, I'm telling you, get out here if you can. Atlanta, October 14th, that's next Saturday,
Yes.
2017, so you have time. But ticket sales go off Tuesday, October, what is that day?
That's the 11th.
The 11th. So you have to get them now, because ticket sales go off October 11th. But it's going to be the first annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon on October 14th here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Cobb Energy Center. And again, it's titled Transformation. It's time for a change, people.
Right.
You're going into a new year. Everybody said they want to change. They want to be a new you, new year, new me. Hey, this is where you come and get it, right?
That's right.
So, why not? Inner Light Mags, M-A-G-S, Inner, I-N-N-E-R, Light Mags dot, talk to me, Big, B-I-G, Cartel.com.
Inner Light Mag Events.
Mag Events, okay.
Mhm.
I'll put it out for you.
BigCartel.com. And that's BIGCARTEL.
BIGCARTEL.com. Okay, and Think Pink
Yes.
is the code to use until Tuesday. So you can get a discount on your tickets. It's $75. That includes your lunch,
Mm-hmm.
your swag bag, your bag, and again, access to all the speakers and all the events taking place that day. Is there like a VIP or anything?
Yeah, there's VIP for that too, but we have a list for that for our special guests.
Okay, okay. So $75 for that day. And what's the hours? What's the time? I'm sorry.
10 a.m. and we'll be closing out at 4 o'clock. Oh, and then we have some amazing vendors too. So you can shop too while there. We got
Shop till you drop.
yes, we have Don Shea Shoe Teak. We got
Ooh,
yes.
love shoes, ladies.
Yes, we have Pretty Perfect Accessories. Shout out to Joaquino and New York. She's coming out of New York to bring her.
Oh, wow. All the way
yes,
from New York.
all the way from New York. And I have another vendor that's coming from Boston that she's an author as well. I have another young lady, she's coming from Florida. She has her own hair care product.
Wow, she got them coming all over the
Exactly.
wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Not just the Atlanta area, but yeah, they're coming from all over. Yes. So I'm
Look at
looking
that.
forward to that.
Vendor, shopping, food, good word, empowerment.
Yes.
You're going to leave there so full. Not
And
just on
probably-
food.
and probably spend all your money. But
Shopping, good day. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, October 14, 2017 at Cobb Energy Center. Again, tell them where to find you. Leading Ladies Tour on Facebook.
yes, that's right. Leading Ladies Tour on Facebook, on Twitter, and also Instagram. The Lady M Show, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also my closed group as well is Leading Ladies on Facebook. And the website for Inner Light Magazine is innerlightmag.com.
Where's your show airs and when?
Yes, so my show is on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on the Glory Network.
Okay.
That you can catch me. So
Okay.
every Monday night at 8 p.m. to 8:30 on the Glory Network, and they're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Awesome. So you do live?
No, I don't do live. Wish I did, but maybe he'll do that. But no, I have everything I do is pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So is it inspiration,
Yes.
gospel, or what?
It's inspiration, but my show is the Lady M Show, so it's inspiration for life, love, and living, the whole tagline for Inner Life Magazine. We're talking about different issues, like we're just talking about children and marriage and all those things.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
of it.
Yes, that's the issues we talk about, but you know, we've been definitely just promoting a lot more of the conference. So
Okay.
after the conference is over, then we're gonna go ahead and talk about domestic violence and
Okay.
preparing also for November, preparing others for their lost loved ones, and also
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You're ready
'cause-
for that.
yes, you know, because the holidays are coming, people don't realize that, you know, grief is a
It's
really,
real, yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
And people still grieve the loss of, you know, of loved ones.
So join us Monday. Actually, since you brought that up, Monday we're gonna have a mental health awareness series. We're gonna start again. And so we're going to have two wonderful guests with us, Brian Jones, LPC, licensed professional counselor, and Charlene Flagg, LCSW. And we're actually going to talk about the incidents with the Las Vegas massacre and how mental health plays a role in this. It's not about necessarily gun violence. This is about mental health issues. So Monday on Power Up Morning, starting Motivational Monday, starting Monday. Well, I've been doing it the last 2-3 weeks actually, because we did Suicide Awareness Prevention Month. And we talked about depression and anxiety as well. So we've been doing it. So we're going to continue Monday. Please listen in, tune in, share with your friends. It's going to be a great show. We're going to start this series. Hopefully it's going to be a start of something great. I think it is. I believe it is. And so it's needed. We have to talk about mental health. Being a mental health provider, passionate about, you know, doing my work, my own work, in my own mental health as well as my family, but just helping other people, and especially like you said, black and brown women and men, understanding that it's okay to ask for help. It's actually stronger, it's not weak for you to ask for help. It actually increases your spirituality, your walk with Christ, to ask for help and to go and seek counsel. Jesus seek counsel. He seek counsel from Jesus. He seek counsel from his apostles, from his disciples. And so it's important that we understand that it's nothing wrong with asking and saying, hey, I don't know, I don't have all the answers, I don't know everything, I need some help in this area of my life. And so Monday, join me 6 to 8 a.m. I'm glad you brought that up. 6 to 8 a.m. we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas incident and how mental health plays a role in that incident and what we can do about it today. So we're going to definitely talk about mental health in the church as we go and how important that is. Hey, Bobby. Good morning. So it is 7:55. We had a great show. Lady M has been on. She's given us a great word today on, so you want to be married, huh? We talked about that, what it means. What it means to be single out here and you're looking for your right one, your Boaz or your no. And so get yourself right, do your work, the right one will find you.
That's right.
If you're in position, right? All right, first annual Leading Ladies Conference and Awards Luncheon, Saturday, October 14, 2017, Cobb Energy Center, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The topic is transformation. Go, 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 get your tickets. Ticket sales stop Tuesday, October 11th, I believe. What, is it midnight?
Yes, at midnight.
Midnight. Get them now. It's going to be lunch. It's going to be speakers. It's going to be shopping, vendors. It's going to be a great day of events. 108 will be there as well. So go get your tickets. And if you have any questions, find her on all social media, Lady M or Leading Ladies Tour on all social media. You can find her. And she'll have the link for you. Yeah. All right, it's Power Up Morning. It's been another great Thursday here on Breakthrough Thursdays. Awesome, awesome word today from Dr. Kennebrew, who opens up for us on Thursdays, Acts 9:20 through 22. Again, when you make your shift, in your life, everyone else has to deal with the new you. So keep proving Jesus was her word this morning. Amen. And actually, I think we just kept that momentum going this morning. Did we not? She's proven Jesus. 9 months in, she walked this walk. He gave her a baby. How about that? October 14th, the baby will be here. It's going to be born. Yes. And so we're going to see if it's a girl, a boy, or twins. How about that? And so keep proving Jesus this morning. And you can catch us right here, Power Up Mornings on 108 Praise, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. every day. All social media, powerupmornings@gmail.com. If you want to email us, you have a question, you have some ideas for a show, you want to be a guest, you want to submit your music, you want to sponsor us, we would love to have you. powerupmornings@gmail.com, 108praiseradio.com. All social media, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. with Professor Kiva Green here. Tomorrow, join us. It is Fit Fridays. We always have Robin Smith with us. She's back. She's going to help me. She's been working me out, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we've been on it. I know y'all saw my little video I put on Facebook. I'm sorry. They were fussing because I wasn't looking directly in the camera. I'm going to do better, but I'm going to try to do better about videoing my workouts. So we're doing it 6 days a week, guys. 6 days a week, we're on it. Eating right. She's on the no sugar, no fast food for 31 days, 50 miles in a month. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Walk 50 miles in a month. That's what we on this October. It's October 5th. You still have time to get in. No sugar for 31 days. No fast food for 31 days. And walk 50 miles. Wow. Join us tomorrow. Fit Fridays with Robin. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But you can do it. Yeah, what you say? You can do it. Put your mind to it. You want to be fit and fine for the summer. You got to start now.
You got to start now.
Got to start now. So join us tomorrow. Power Up Mornings. Professor Kiva Green. Fit Fridays tomorrow. Again, Monday. Mental health awareness kicks off. We're going to talk about the Las Vegas massacre. You do not want to miss it. Yes, Robin, I was just talking about you. He'll be here tomorrow. Robin Smith, join us on Fit Friday tomorrow. And we're going to continue our conversation on getting fit, health, wealth, and growth is our motto here on Power Up Mornings. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed week, and a blessed life. We will see you back here at the same time tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Join us. Please share, tell a friend. Lady M is on. Go find her Leading Ladies Tour on all social media. Yeah. Get on this conference. You do not want to miss it. I know it's a lot going on, but you can go here next Saturday, October 14, 2017. Everyone have a blessed day. If you missed anything, go back and listen to it, replay it, share, tell your friends, to tell a friend, to tell another friend, to tell another friend. See you tomorrow. All right, everybody, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Certified. Glory to my Lord. You know I keep my sword, and I walk by faith and not by sight. I got what it takes to win a fight. I've been through the storm and the pain. The devil thought he won, that's a shame. I got victory in Jesus' name. I got victory in Jesus' name. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah. I'm moving forward, I ain't looking back. I let go of the past and I pick up the slack. They wanted the truth, so I'm giving them facts, and it really don't get no realer than that. I am living proof of what God can do when you trust in Him. And when everything start falling down, I look up to Him. In the world surrounded by evil, the devil is leading my people astray. So I pray that my people take heed when I speak, cause I really have something to say. Do you know for sure that you would go to heaven if it was time for you to go away? Do you really believe that Jesus died on the cross, was buried, and rose on the third day? If you believe in your heart and confess with your mouth, then congratulations on being saved. But if you're still playing games, then you better get right with Christ before it gets too late. Hey. I'm I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ.
I am.
Positive vibes only, I ride with that Bible and I keep it on me.
I do.
I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Positive vibes only, I had to stop and thank God for the moment. Hey. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I'm on a mission for Christ, I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Mission for Christ, mission for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Positive vibes only, I ride with my Bible and I keep it on me. I had to stop and thank God for the moment, cause he did not have to wake me up this morning. I'm counting my blessings and hoping that I can deliver this message. Do you have reception? I feel the presence of the Lord manifesting. Where is heaven? I'm headed in that direction. Follow